Hi, I'm magmawk, and this is Arcana for the Super NES. And according to legends, when men were men. And so the journey begins. Whose journey? A journey of a young man. Of course, who else would it be? The young man named Rooks. And as you guessed, RPG. But this has a place in my heart, so I'm let's playing it. And I'm sure you can read the text below. I feel this RPG is overlooked because even though it has in my opinion, a good story, the interface can be a little clunky to some. The encounter rate is very high. And the basic battle system is a little bit simple. But I find it fun. Especially for dungeon divers. But who am I? I am Rooks, a card master. And I have abilities. Rooks is pretty balanced. He'll still be your strongest character, of course, with the 2 empty slots, the skull cards, being future members. Okay, so I don't start out with anything other than 500 gold right now. At this point, yes I know. But I also have this. A spirit named the Sif. Wind elemental, of course. So let's go in some of these friendly shops and talk with the locals. I'd like an elixir. Yes, restore all my magic points, I wish. Various food items we can buy, but to tell you the truth, all of them are useless. They only store a tiny amount of hit points, or health, or magic. So let's get in the conversation. That's a good idea. Always get them outfitted. The bartender will have 3 interesting things to say per major event. I'm trying to get him to say the 3rd thing, but maybe I have to buy something first. So we drank water, and that was a total waste. The spirits are loose. I have a spirit right here. But Magma, couldn't there be more spirits? Why, of course. Also, it would be a good idea to buy a weapon. And if it's highlighted with R, that means Rooks can equip it. 4 other characters will come in later. But for right now, let's just get the basics to get started. Because we're going to need a little bit of money for cards, of course, because I'm a card master. Hello there, card master. Crazy gypsy woman. Healing will revive any of your spirits. It won't revive any of your characters, because if any of your non-spirit characters die, they're dead, and the game is over. Yep, you heard me right. So we got a whole bunch of cards here, but if we keep scrolling down, we can get some really powerful cards. But for now, one will suffice. And unfortunately, you can only buy one at a time. I know, shameful. So let's get a little of each, just for demonstration. You notice I bought some extra win cards. I'll tell you why later. And that's all I need. Besides my sanity. Hello there, beautiful lady. I can save my game. Or as much as I'd like to stay at the end with you. Did I say that out loud? I do not have enough gold. So let's go out and adventure! Sure, why not? And start my training. Oh dear. That didn't sound right. And here comes the little mermaid, Ariel. No. Apparently, I know this guy. And I do not trust him. He does not look trustworthy. Yeah. Ariel's father allied with Galneon and overthrew the king. So the sons are talking. And oh my, who's this beautiful one? It's Tifa, not to confuse with Tifa. She looks like a magician. Something important you want me to do. Why should I do anything for you? I am aware that's why I'm going out to train. I should check that place out. Well, that's obvious. Your destiny leads you elsewhere. What could be more important than sealing evil spirits and saving the world? But oh my, he's handing his apprentice to me. That does not sound right. And at least she knows the way. And we get a new party member. Tifa. As you suspect, a magician with no spells. Oh dear. She'll get some later. And I really should get her equipment, but I don't have the money right now. So how do we get it? We get experience. Cool, by going to Balna Temple. This is automatic moving. There's no overworld here. It's pure dungeons. First person view, if you will. And the good thing is we have a compass. The good thing is we have a map. Well, it'll appear as we go along. Oh yeah, we can change the color of our window, just for customization's sakes. And we can also change positions, which really doesn't matter. All characters are bound to be targeted equally, and it doesn't affect any stats. And there's nothing special here, so let's move on. And explore this great temple. A temple of pain, if you will. Why do I call it a temple of pain? Because we're in combat with goblins. How dare he! Now I'll try to edit out most fights, because people just don't like RPG fights. So let's start attacking. Take that! What is that? That was a critical hit. Also, I need to equip my weapons and armor. So, allow me one quick moment to do that. I gotta make sure I click the button twice to equip it. Otherwise, I just trade positions. And Rooks is ready for battle for real this time. Goblin! Let's get some stats for you while I travel along. 4 hit points. No special abilities. But you notice there was a special outline. That's his attribute. Attributes are very important in this game. And with Tifa with no magic, she better defend. Oh dear, when they say ouch, they got critically hit. Good thing she was on defense. And a spirit with no magic, that's ridiculous. Now a spirit's physical attack is pretty weak. But fortunately, wind is stronger than earth. Earth is green. Wind is yellow. Fire is red. And of course, water is blue. Pretty basic. And slimes, just for a quick reference, 3 hit points. Nothing special. So, Rooks is definitely our man. And we get levels fairly quickly in this game. There will be a little bit of grinding though. Off camera, mostly. And when Rooks gains a level, his spirits gain a level as well, and get increased stats as well. And as you notice, a spirit's attributes will increase 1 step, hit points and magic points as you go. Your heroes not so much. And oh my, hounds are dangerous. Actually, they're not. 10 hit points. Nothing special again. But what do you do besides wander aimlessly? You look for treasure, of course. But now that we got a little magic, let's have Sif use it. Change attribute to wind? That's for our party. Affects everyone. And you notice their outline has changed to yellow. That means they're stronger against Earth, that's of course. And ignoring dodging aside, you'll notice Rooks hit a heck of a lot harder with a regular attack. Yay, Tifa has a heal, thank goodness. She can use it on anybody. So let's use it and restore No, magic uses just 16. I think I'd rather save that. And we're doing pretty good here. But sometimes along these tunnels, you get dead ends. Sometimes you find treasure. I really should bring up a map. But the positive thing is, at least you get a map. There's also a map in Nintendo Power. I had that issue. Now I lost it. For shame for me. And keep looking for treasure because it's the right thing to do. The magma Do you really want to get that far away from town before you get another level? No, I want to look for treasure. They can contain items, weapons and armor, or gold. So here we are, and another level for Rooks. I want to say it's random, the leveling up, but I'm not quite sure, to be honest. I've seen hit point increases anywhere from 1 to 20 plus. And double checking my map here real quick. Getting some more treasure, because this is a rather short dungeon. But for right now, just plain attacking is good. You don't have to do change attribute to wind every time. Oh dear, it's a pilfer. It looks like his attribute is blue, but notice the outline very carefully. It's gray, so that means he has no attribute. Just like our regular characters. Pilfer does hit it a little hard, so you have to be careful. He doesn't have much hit points though. Now would be a good time to use magic. You can even sort your magic. That's a powerful heal. I believe between 75 and 100. I'll double check myself later. Oh dear, it's a lupus. An upgraded hound, if you will. So, what should I do? Maybe I'll use a wind card. I can use up to 3 at once. Let's just use one for example. Oh dear, I'm casting lightning from cards. Don't worry, that Sith will be able to do that soon. Silver Flask. Is anybody thirsty? If anybody cared, Lupus has 20 hit points. Oh my! It attacked me from behind! That means it gets a free first attack. And sometimes can attack twice in a row. Because it gets both its surprise round and is fast enough to strike you first. But don't worry, it only happens about 10% of the time. That's way too much. Is that the best you can do? Surely it isn't. Is that the best you can do, Tifa? Seriously. Now getting all these experience items gold is all nice. But Magma, where is all the strategy? The strategy is in your head. Don't worry, it'll get more complicated, and monsters won't be just the Earth Elemental, which we have the proper spirit for. But what now, Magma? What now? I'm going to the boss. Already? Yeah, actually I could have done it as soon as level 1. What? Boss at level 1? That sounds suicidal. That sounds like something Magma would do. Because I know a little secret. It might be an exploit, but in my opinion, it was worth it. and we get some proper items along the way. But don't worry. We might skip a few treasures, but none of them are essential right now. Especially not in this dungeon. But a sleeping bag is always nice. Allows you to recover a few hit points inside a dungeon. Those are actually kind of expensive in town. So I'll use it right before we get to the boss. And end this video on a good note. Told you that encounter rate was high. And eventually we'll be getting a lot of fog cards, so we can avoid some of these battles. But for right now, it's time to use that sleeping bag. That delicious inventory, if you will. The more powerful version, of course, is a tent. Sounds a lot of Final Fantasy-ish, right? Yeah, this game, made in 1992, kind of silently passed by while the big RPGs were making their stand. Speaking of making a stand, it's the Stone Guardian, the golem, if you will. So, Magma, you said you had a little secret to beating this guy? Well, first of all, we're changing our attribute to wind. So this guy doesn't hurt us too bad. And we don't have any offensive magic yet. Or do I? Remember those cards? You notice I have 3 of them, and I can use 3 at a time. Well, kiss the Stone Guardian goodbye. Oh my! Okay. It didn't do quite as much damage as it should have. He only has 150 hit points. And sometimes it can one-shot him if I get lucky on the number generator. But this guy doesn't have any special abilities. So he crumbles. And gives me a heck of a lot of hit points. I do approve of this. Stats will go up from 1 to 5. Sometimes a stat won't go up at all. And Tifa finally has a useful spell, a Paralyze. And I'm gonna have to be a little bit more useful. And in this video, I'm going back to town and restoring some health, getting a few items on the way, and we'll be ready to go up the stairs. What, you think this was just a 1-floor dungeon? You wish.